Good morning. This is Perspectives. I'm Celeste Baragni, and we have two guests this morning. Kayla Emond, the marketing coordinator for Two Men in a Truck. She's here to talk about their annual Movers for Moms campaign. Good morning, Kayla.
Good morning, Celeste.
And also Jenny Stasio. She's the director of operations for Family Crisis Services, and they are this year's beneficiary of the campaign. Good morning, Jenny.
Morning.
Thank you both for coming in. Kayla, let's start off learning a little bit more about Two Men in a Truck, because it seems like since the first day that they came together, it was about giving back to the community.
Absolutely. Two Men in a Truck's roots are based in giving back. Our founder, Mary Ellen Sheets, has always been involved in local charities. One of her main goals was to use her platform as a business owner to help others whenever she could. In fact, her first year, she had a profit of $1,000, and she wrote 10 checks to 10 different charities, and she donated everything.
That's an amazing way to start. And over the years, they've continued the initiative, 10 cents from every move going to the American Cancer Society. And so the company has actually donated more than $570,000 to the American Cancer Society over the years.
That's right.
Tell me about how Movers for Moms began.
Movers for Moms began 10 years ago in Michigan, our home office, and the annual campaign has grown immensely since 2007.
And what is it? What do you do?
We actually collect essential care and pampering items for women and homeless in domestic violence shelters.
And these are women who don't have some of the things that we take for granted, some of the personal care items that we take for granted. You can go to a drop-off site and donate. What kind of donations are you looking for?
We are looking for anything you think of when you're getting ready in the morning. So shampoos, washcloths. We're also really looking for like makeup and lotion, a lot of the things that we take for granted every day.
And where are the drop-off locations?
Okay, we have 5 locations right now. So we have PK Dental in South Portland, Roford, Westbrook, New England Chiropractic in Westbrook, the Academy for Active Learners in Portland, and Dora L. Small Elementary.
We're going to bring Jenny into the conversation and talk to us about the Family Crisis Services. What services do they offer?
Family Crisis Services is the Domestic Violence Resource Center for Cumberland County, and we provide services for victims and survivors of domestic and sexual violence.
And how do people access your services?
People can access our services by calling our 24-hour hotline, by finding us on social media or our website, and also by walking into one of our outreach offices, which are located in Portland, Brunswick, and Bridgeton.
And how did you become involved with Two Men in a Truck?
Two Men in a Truck contacted us about being the beneficiaries for their Movers for Moms campaign this year, and we were thrilled to accept.
That's wonderful. Tell us about your shelter.
We have a 16-bed shelter located here in Portland for victims of domestic violence and their children.
What are some of the problems and challenges that people at the shelters are facing?
The biggest problem is safety. So people are leaving their homes, coming to us to find a safe place to be for themselves. And if they have children, sometimes for their children. And really, when they're with us, we're trying to help them find safe, affordable housing as their next step.
And what would you recommend to somebody who gets to the shelter but you're full?
So to access our shelter, everyone calls our hotline, and we do a brief intake through the hotline with people when we have space. When we don't have space, we are almost always full, so that's a frequent occurrence. We help people either access one of the other domestic violence shelters throughout the state. We're one of a coalition of organizations like us. And if that isn't an option, we can also utilize city shelters here in the local area.
Can you describe what it's like to stay in a shelter?
Our shelter is just a large house, so it's a residential living type of environment. We have bedrooms and there's beds in them. It's not your stereotypical shelter where there's mats on the floor. People may have to share a bedroom. It's not necessarily private. And then we have a communal kitchen and living room and bathrooms.
So the people who are staying there have access to food in the kitchen and things like that so that they can make a meal with their kids?
Right. Yeah, we provide anything that people need while they're at the shelter, so food and toiletries and things like that.
And how long is someone allowed to stay at the shelter?
We don't have a maximum length of time. We want people to be able to stay with us until they're able to move on to a safe, permanent location. I would say it typically, it ranges. Some people just need a couple days and they have family to go to, or they have a housing option that they're able to access quickly. Other times it can take a couple.
Who do you accept at the shelter?
We shelter anyone who's a victim of domestic violence. So if you're homeless as a result of domestic violence or in danger because of domestic violence, please give us a call.
And how do they get in touch with you?
The best way to call us is to call our 24-hour hotline. We have an advocate who's always available. What happens is you call us and we call you back within 10 to 15 minutes, and that number is 874-1973.
Getting back to Kayla, because I want to talk about the Sea Dogs game that you guys have coming up that is going to benefit Movers for Moms campaign. So tell us about that. It's going to be an extra collection site, correct?
Yes, absolutely. We're really excited that the Sea Dogs are going to partner with us. And for 3 of their home games, May 8th, 9th, and 10th, all at 6 p.m., they're going to be hosting collection boxes at Hadlock Field and encouraging all their attendees to bring items for the Moves for Moms campaign.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. So everybody go to your dollar store and pick up a basket full of personal care items. I'm the girl who collects all of those travel sizes. And, you know, this is a great place for them to go to because they're moms too. And this is all kind of worked around Mother's Day, correct?
Absolutely. We are going to collect all the items and deliver them for Mother's Day week. So hopefully that these mothers have something special to look forward to.
Thank you so much for coming in today. 2 Men and a Truck introduced Movers for Moms over 10 years ago. And we're so happy that they're taking part this year and supporting the Family Crisis Services. So once again, those drop-off spots.
We have PK Dental in South Portland, Roford Westbrook, New England Chiropractic Westbrook, the Academy for Active Learners in Portland, Dora L. Small Elementary. You can also bring them right to our office, 2 Men in a Truck in Westbrook, and Portland Sea Dogs games.
Thank you so much for both being here today. We've been speaking with Kayla Eamon. She's the marketing coordinator for 2 Men in a Truck. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And also Jenny Stasio, Director of Operations for Family Crisis Services.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Celeste Baragni. This has been Perspectives.